And it's Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Talking Business. We're in New Orleans at the CardCon conference, gathering of credit card and travel media and brands, and have a chance to talk with Joe Leader, who is with the Airline Passenger Experience Association. Joe, good to see you. What's it like being at the conference for you?
Ken, it's great being here at the conference. It's been really wonderful to engage with so many people on what will help our airlines advance, and also the great services for all the customers, from the cards and how to maximize their points.
Certainly a lot of challenge for the airline industry in coming out of the pandemic, having available staff for different areas of the service. What have been some of the challenges and remedies that you've seen the airlines doing coming out of the pandemic?
Well, after a rough spring break and a rough start of summer, we've seen all of our airlines reduce their schedules so that they have backup staff, backup aircraft. With Omicron having subsided for the most part, it makes it so that they can all stay more engaged and available for their passengers, so that if there's a crew member missing or if their aircraft goes on and has an engine issue or anything of that nature, they're able to get a replacement in quite easily. I think that moving forward, passengers will find it a much smoother fall and will be fully prepared for the holiday season this year.
Very good. And you talked in your panel discussion today about the need to offer real value to customers in terms of credit card rewards, redemption. What are some examples of providing airline value?
I think that airlines need to work on connecting with their customers better. When they offer them award trips, they should always have programs and incentives like I utilize, ones that give them a better value for their points. I don't use my points on variable point programs unless I get at least 2 cents per mile. And on more valuable ones, I'm able to get anywhere from 5 to 10. I think airlines need to think about their savvy consumers and how to give them better experiences with their point programs.
We're down here in New Orleans, a business group. How is business travel recovering? I'm seeing a lot of conventions that look like they're going to be pretty busy this fall.
That's correct. So as the CEO of APAX, I get to work with airline CEOs all the time. I was with United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby earlier this month. It's really wonderful to see business travel coming back so strongly, and also in a different way. We're seeing some people that have moved during the pandemic. They're traveling to their home destinations, basically where their businesses are based, more frequently. So it's a different type of business traveler that's coming back, but it's coming back strongly. You see the front of the cabin is very full now.
Good. You had an interesting comment about the airplane side of the industry, that United Airlines is going to acquire 100 new planes each year for 5 years. And one of the features you mentioned was extra overhead baggage space, and how much customers really look for that feature. Tell us about it.
Certainly. So United Airlines, the previous record was 52 aircraft in a year by our friends at Ryanair. United Airlines is adding 100 aircraft per year for 5 years. But the extra overhead baggage space, this is a wonderful area of competition for the airlines, where they're making it so that every single passenger can come on board with a rollerboard bag, put it over their seat, angle it so that it's upright and vertical. It makes it so that you're able to come on board with certainty that there'll be space for your bag.
What kind of airplanes are you going to acquire?
They have a wide variety, very nicely heavy on the 737s with those extra space bins. But the nice thing, I love it when airlines push one another. Whenever one airline does this, you'll see it done by others. So it's going to be great. You'll see it across many U.S. airlines. And over the next 5 years, I think it will be the exception to the rule when you get on board an aircraft and there's not enough space for your rollerboard bag.
And Joe, if you would, just tell us about your organization, the American Passenger Experience Association, which you are CEO.
Certainly. So the Airline Passenger Experience Association has been around since the 1970s. We have every major airline in the world and every major supplier that's advancing passenger experience. So whenever you look at your in-flight entertainment, your more comfortable seats, whenever you see new technologies like connectivity that's on board aircraft, we help connect and accelerate all of the airlines worldwide as the global nonprofit accelerating this for all of our airlines.
And Joe, tell us a little bit about your career.
So I became CEO of APEX as the most frequent flyer of an airline. I was in high tech and I was commuting twice a week between two cities. And in the course of doing so, I worked with the airline so much and fell so in love with their industry that when I finally made a jump, it was to this industry to better support other passengers like myself, so it's a better experience for everyone.
Joe Leader, the CEO of the American Passenger Experience Association. Great to see you here in New Orleans at the CardCon Expo Conference.
Thanks so much for taking time with me, Ken. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure. This is Ken Kraetzer for CBSI Talking Business.